Top morning, laddies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Zuko Was the Winged Dragon or Raw? And before before we jump into it, let me say this. Over on the someone else's channel, hold on. Over on this guy's channel, I did play in his Sea Lava a la Calcos one, and he played Wing Dragon Raw. So I'm doing this what if for him and for the rest of ya, yeah, to enjoy. So, yeah, now, and yes, I am self-aware that the Zuko uses he is the Winged Dragon Raw in this what if. So, he can use all the powers, like he can transform into a full version or a half version. And yes, I am going to add a girl, her, into it. No. Sorry. Basically, no. Sorry. So, but in this alternate one, she has the quirk thing instead of the power. So, let's begin. And I'm also throwing in Zoomy, so yeah. So let's begin with them being born. Zuko has fire manipulation. So does Zumi. So that's what the Quark Doctor says. So they start training. And before that, the Quark Doctor, at age of 3, a young, beautiful girl, her, walks up to Zuko and says, "Let's be friends." And she's the same age as him. So yeah. None of this 25-year-old guy gets married to a 11-year-old girl. None of that stuff. So when they got older, like time skip after the Quark Doctors, then he goes to UA with his sister Zumi. And Zumi, he's of course All Might gives Zumi one for all. Yeah. Instead of her brother. So, and plus, in this alternate timeline, it's always been like deep dark at night, not like bright as the day. So yeah. So the now Zuko who and Zumi goes to UA in the middle of the night. Like the so Dark Shadow lost control of his court because it was the night time. So he ends up destroying half of the fake city. So he brought a candle with him. Bright ink candle. Before. And so, yeah. Zuko ends up being like Fire Fist Ace and just like, huh. Because he can turn into a fire too. So, yeah. The Zuko punches around and he says, huh. These 1-pointers, 2-pointers, 3-pointers are pretty fun too. But they're pretty boring to me. As he set the entire fake city on fire. It was burning like bright. But or actually none of the buildings were actually on fire. He was in control of it. As he points it up into the air, and all the flames went into the air. And you know that one that Winged Dragon Raw has, that little spear thing that's around inside of that charges him up? Yeah. Well, imagine that, but bigger, like tire-sized moon. And as everyone was surprised about it. As they feel warmth in his presence. Yeah. Because he says, huh. Now, where are those? As he sees a 0-pointer walking right up to him. And he's not even flinching. He's like, oh, okay. As he uses his signature ability, Fire Fist of Destruction. Boom! As he destroys the 0-pointer. The flames. It was away from like Ochako. Oh, and so yeah. But his presence of his, like, what he did deepens her love for him as she sees him, because she's the opposite. She controls the darkness. Yes. But yeah, that's her like Quirk's power is. She controls the darkness. He controls the light of like fire. And yeah. And Zumi is just there. She got two quirks. Fire manipulation like her father or her brother, but she doesn't produce her own flames. She controls them. Yeah. Then he also has the powers of infinity and zero that we'll get into later. So yeah. After USJ, or after the internship thing, or court test to get into UA, Zumi was in, or is in class 1A. She was in class 1A too. And Zuku was class 1A3. So basically, they were all in a same class. 1, 2, 3. Yep. The Yeah. So yeah. Then Zuko, who has that, of course, during all that time, she decides she was straight up gonna date him. She even told him before school started. Or no, after school. Oh, that the let's or of course she says this. Let's go on a date. Zuko. Eh? Yeah. And plus she said it in the calmest voice because the yeah, because she's darkness princess. He's kind of light. It makes sense. The So both of them hanged out, and now the USJ Zumi was panicking, or actually was calm as a cucumber, because there's actually no lights in the building. So what does Zuko do? They He uses the flame aim to bowl all the villains down. Yeah. And sorry if my voice was a little bit naughty. So yeah, he bowls the villains, like bulldoze them down. So yeah, then for the Nomu against him, his girlfriend wanted to be in this little fight between her and the Nomu. Basically battles, but Zuko says, "Nah, I already know where his weak point is." As he points, or he uses, or puts two fingers together and then pretend he has a gun, like finger guns. As he runs up, pulls right in front, and bang. He pretends to like shoot at him, but it was flame. So the brain of the Nomu went up in smoke, basically caught on fire, and like it burnt the Nomu's brain to death. Basically, hold on, let me find the picture. Itch my foot real quick. There we go. So yeah. So then he jumps off of the Nomu, and because as 13 tells, or actually because how long range his powers are, it's because because 13 was about to ask the Tenya to run, but Zuko was already been to UA because his flame told Nezu that that UA is in trouble and send reinforcement or send yeah. So then All Might and the pro heroes show up and they start battling against the villains. As of course, he kinks his neck. And that was fun when it lasted. And she says, "You're such a sweetheart, aren't you?" So, yeah. Theme. So, she basically talks dirty to him. Because the moves that he did and was able to, basically become a, yeah. As some people are confused of why she's talking dirty to, or so, when I say some people, that means like Ochako too. So Ochako was, and the rest of them are wondering why she talks so dirty to Zuko. But Zumi knows, as she tells them that she's in love with, or that the that she's in love with Zuko, you know, and they are on a date thing. So yeah, so they're like, man. Plus, Bakugo was like, man, the um, um, so yeah, Zuko ends up um um basically ends up doing something crazy. So yeah, I'm skipping the sports festival and the internship because the yeah, and then the yeah. So I'm trying to think, but the Zuko at the camp park was training harder and harder, or actually one of the cats or the I'm doing this so yeah, hold on. One of them decided, or like she asked him, or like she asked Zuko to lighten a place up, um, as he uses the fire here orbs around to making it like show. So yeah, the they start training, and then the villains comes. It There's one thing that I may change is that Mescalier was captured before because of Zuko during one of the days. Is and his internship was with Must or no the Endeavor. So yeah, he did stop Hero Killer Stain and yeah, all that stuff. And everyone, because his presence has gone or was not gone unnoticed. Because the every like citizen, pro hero, even of villains, asked him to light the way. He became a beacon of like flames, and searing, searing, or scorching flames. Yeah, that will light the way. And yeah, so the Zuko was basically pretty strong. Um, So, who ends up getting captured is her. That made Zuko mad. Yeah. As his body starts to transform into the winged dragon raw. And usually I start like trying to say the enchant thing. But I'm like, you know what? Just say ring dragon raw thing. Oh, great beast of the skies, hear my cry thing. So Zuko transformed into that. And he, when he used his infinity powers to track her down, or the villains, everyone saw this beautiful flaming dragon again flying across the world, or across the city, pinpointing where it was. Yeah, everyone was like in shock when this beautiful creature comes out. Yeah. And it lays as he, yeah, as he basically busts right through, oh, oh, as he sees him with like those puppy eyes, or that face, oh, with that face right there. As she's drooling because she knew who it was. It was her boyfriend. And as the villains are like, we surrender. But then they all got teleported to where All for One was. And then all that stuff happens. All Might flies in, tries to take on All for One versus All Might thing. But they can't see because it's too dark. Like, so Zuko uses his, but Zuko has really good vision and the see through the dark. So he used his orb, cannon. He knew where All for One is. And when he let go, boom, there goes All for One. On fire, burning all the way through. He wasn't, at this point, yeah. So, in order to, because the sun in this alternate universe was just a charcoal block, or like the spear, they need the heavens to light it up. But with Zuko's power, he can do it. So Principal Nezu asked him if it's okay with him to use, or, or he uses his power to restart it. So yeah, he does. As the sun brightened with, yeah, it was actually covered in darkness, but with Zuko's brightness made all the darkness that was covering the sun into bright again. So yeah, so the orb, or so the we basically, or they basically as hit when he came back to Earth, she hugs him. So yeah, the overhaul fight. He, everyone sees him as a true lord of this sun thing. So basically, and before we wrap this up, hit the like button, subscribe, and comment, and do all that fun stuff. And Zumi, or no, the that YouTuber, that one, un, sorry, I'm thinking. So, yeah, so go over to his channel, give him some more subscribers, members, and yeah. So, basically, Zuko, huh? Now we get back into this story. So Zuko, no, and versus like overhaul thing. Zuko won, and yeah. So the Zumi didn't do much. She did train her two quirks. Yeah. And the yeah. So Zuko went back to his human form before. But he used his combined abilities somehow to create a flame cannon. To like separate the anything without injuring it. So, yeah. So then now 18. And so she basically, or both of them are 18, or all three of them. So they became like pro heroes, and yeah, she basically got married to Zuko, and they had their first child because they did the deed. And the their first child is a girl. uh, Named the Chaos. Light of Chaos. That's her full name. So the basically, yeah, basically she has the same attitude as her father, other that always wants to have fun. Or actually, she has the same attitude as her parents, and she can she can control dark and light, like darkness and light. And the basically, yeah, she can transform into a winged dragon of Ra, uh, or the dark version of winged dragon of Ra. Huh. The um, yeah, so the but she also has powers of infinity and zero, just like her father does. So, yeah, the basically she kind of looks like her mother, but with green hair, or horns, like everything. That's the only difference between is their their daughter her has the green clothes. She always wears green, just like her father does. But she has like green wings and green hair. Now, but the only thing that she looks almost similar, like for skin color, is to both of them. Like hers. Yeah. So then, yeah. So he go or so she goes to UA, and he made his one before her, but my original plan I'm not gonna stick with is me or the Zuko being with Ochako in this What If. Because I put her with Bakugo, and of course Todoroki was with Zumi. So yeah. So basically, yeah, it was weird. And so, yeah. Basically, it was just super weird. So now this is the end of the video. Please leave a like, share, subscribe, comment, do all that stuff. Bye.